Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome to my channel, and today I am super excited to do a little vlog, which I have not done in forever. I don't know why, but I've had like this mental block against vlogging. I think because that's like mainly what I watch, and then I compare myself to other people and I feel like nobody cares about my life or whatever, but we're getting past that. But I am gonna start vlogging with a pretty eventful day. I think another reason why I've been nervous to vlog is just because so many of my days are like me sitting at a computer, so it's genuinely not exciting to film. But I do like the whole like week in the life vlog style where people just pull out kind of the most interesting bits. So I think I will do that in the future. Let me know if you do want to see more videos like that. Of course, all the vlogs will be very focused on reading and just like cozy lifestyle. But yeah, today is going to be a very busy day. I am going to be doing a lot of different things. My husband Ryan and I are actually just about to head out the door to go to this cute little beach town called Edisto. Because we both have flexible schedules, a lot of times we'll do basically our Saturday on a weekday. So today is actually a Tuesday and we are going to head to this cute little beach town called Edisto, which is definitely the move during tourist season. It's like an hour outside of Charleston, so many people who vacation to Charleston don't venture down there. They just go to the beaches that are closer to the city. But it's very old school and we're gonna go to a coffee shop for a little bit, probably sit on the beach or walk on the beach, and then we're actually gonna go to a serpentarium.
Serpentarium, an enclosure in which snakes, and in this case, alligators, are held.
Which should be very interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's kind of random and I think it'll be fun and we've never gone before. And then we'll probably grab some lunch on the way back at a place that we also have been wanting to go to. So yeah, this is kind of our date day, but once we get back, probably about 2 or so, I'm definitely going to have to get some work done. I'm gonna try to film and edit a whole video. We'll see how that goes. And then the day does not stop there. We have our young adult group at church, and then I have a meeting for a nonprofit that I work with after that. So that meeting does not even end until 9:30, and it is currently 9 a.m. now, so we're going to have a very full day. And also when we get back from the beach, I do kind of want to talk about my summer bucket list and goals. We'll see. But before we leave, I have to give you an update on the book that I started this morning. So if I look really tired, actually, it's because I am. I woke up at 5 a.m. unintentionally. I don't know if you guys are this way, but I feel like every time I know I have a big day the next day, and I knew I was going to be like vlogging and stuff, it's like my body self-sabotages and just doesn't sleep or wakes up very early. So I woke up a few times last night and then I woke up at 5 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep. So I laid in bed for like an hour and then I finally got up. I made my first cup of coffee of the day and I did start reading A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing. I didn't realize actually that once I finished this, I have read everything that Samantha Downing has put out. I really enjoy her writing style. I think she is a strong writer in the thriller genre. This one I wasn't sure of because it's kind of like a toxic romance, so I didn't know how much of a thriller it was going to be, but it is reading very fast already and I am enjoying the characters and I'm already seeing how there's some unreliable narrators and stuff like that, which I do love. So yeah, it's reading fast. I'm already on page 55 and it's only like 350 pages or so, so I probably will finish this, I would say tomorrow. I'm just not gonna have a ton of time, I don't think, to read until like 9:30 tonight. I'll keep you updated, but Ryan's waiting in the car, so let's go ahead and head to the beach. It is absolutely pouring right now. It's about 2 o'clock. And it's just crazy how fast the weather can change here in the South. The weather can be really scary, I think, especially after everything that happened last year in North Carolina and has just happened in Texas. These storms come on so fast and they're so heavy. And usually it's pretty fine. Like it'll rain really hard here for an hour, maybe less, and then the sun comes right out. And the sun was out all day today, and then 5 minutes ago just started absolutely pouring. But yeah, that was the main reason why we did want to go have our little adventure day today, because it is supposed to rain pretty bad all this week here in South Carolina, at least. And of course it rained up in the north in Ohio where I'm from, but it doesn't rain like this up there. We had a lot of fun today, and I should be recording a video and editing it. There's just something about when the weather is like this, it is so hard to like really get anything done, especially after being out in the hot weather all morning. So I was gonna sit outside in my screen-in porch and read for a little bit, but it is getting pretty soaked right now. So I think instead I kind of just want to sit here at the table and work on my summer bucket list. Okay, so I got some paper, got some colorful markers, and let's make this summer bucket list. So I didn't really think about this before I started filming this clip, so we'll do some brainstorming together, I guess. This store makes me think of that clip from Drew Barrymore from a couple years ago where she's out in the rain and she's just like, I'm in the rain. And I love that. Like, she's a little bit quirky, but you know what? We should all go out and dance in the rain a little bit more. So I'm actually going to put that on my bucket list because I am a little bit of a perfectionist and it's against my nature to want to go out and like make myself a mess, but I, in my soul, am a pretty carefree person. I'm like a carefree type B person with anxiety, and I feel like that Drew Barrymore in my soul. So I'm going to force myself to go out and dance in the rain and be okay with getting messy and my hair getting all screwed up and my makeup getting all messed up. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like, let's just go outside. Maybe not in a storm this bad. I don't want to get struck by lightning. But like, I just want to be more carefree in my life, have more joy, have more fun. So dance in the rain, parentheses, Drew Barrymore energy. And then I also want to go to a drive-in movie. It's so sad that they're kind of becoming obsolete. Like, there's really few places that have drive-in movie theaters, and there's really not one like super close to me. But actually that's a little bit of a lie, because the one that I do want to go to is only an hour away, which sounds far, but that's like how far it was for us to go to the beach area today. So we do that all the time. We do that once a week. So yeah, one day for our like date day, adventure day, instead of going to the beach like we have been doing for most of the summer, just because that is a very good summer activity here in the South. You get the breeze. It's very relaxing. I do want to go to the town that has it. I forget what it's called right now, but it's like around the Hilton Head area. It's just so classic, and my husband does have a truck, so we can put like a mattress in the truck and everything. And I think that's going to be a really fun day. Just kind of like the last thing, I just want to be more carefree. I want to be more childlike. I saw someone say recently that it's such a shame that when we become adults, we just like stop having fun. Like, not that we don't do fun things, but just our nature kind of changes and we feel like we have to become all serious. And sometimes you do have to be serious as an adult, but I'm so lucky that in my life and my husband's life, we don't like work in a corporate setting. And I feel like I am kind of like innocent brained, childlike brained in certain ways. One major thing I've learned on YouTube is that there are a ton of people who have these childlike souls who love cozy adventure, as I would say, safe adventure, and cottagecore type vibes and calm. I am a big introvert and I like need a lot of calm time in my day to feel all right. And yeah, I found through YouTube that a lot of people are the same. So hopefully I can provide some calming comfort for you if you need that, if that's what you look for on YouTube like I do. So dance in the rain, drive-in movie. I want to try a new baking recipe. I used to bake all the time and now I really don't anymore, just because I don't really want to have it in my house and like eat it all the time. But we do go to this weekly young adult group and I've been thinking in the back of my head, oh, it would be super fun to like try a new recipe every week and then take it to the group and they can try it, and that would be really fun. But in the past, I've really basically just made like cookies and the odd cake Nothing really more complicated than that, but I would like to try to do more complex recipes. So I'm just gonna put one on here, bake one new dish, bake one new, I'll just say dish. I don't know if that's technically the right verbiage. I also want to write 5 letters. I just don't think people write enough letters anymore. Just a random letter of, hey, how are you doing? Because of course we have text messaging and Instagram, so like we know what people are doing, so we don't really need to write them a letter to ask. But I think it's just nice for people to get something in the mail that's not bills. And I did do this a few years ago during the season of Lent before Easter. I think I wrote somebody a letter every day, and people were like, oh, this is so nice. It's so nice to receive something that's not a bill. And I think it's nice to just tell people that you care about them, that you're thinking about them, that you're praying for them. Because of course we do feel this about the people in our lives, but I don't think it's common to just like say it out of nowhere. So I want to write 5 letters. I also would love to do like a fancy date night in Charleston. We actually have not been to Charleston in quite a few months. We live about like 45 minutes from there, so very doable just for a dinner. But just with it being tourist season and it being very hot in the middle of the day, we just haven't really gone during the summer months. But Ryan and I were just saying today when we were in the car that we should go in the evening, which I don't think we've actually ever done before. And we're both big foodies. We like trying different restaurants, and there are so many amazing restaurants in the Charleston area. And of course, that's a pricier date night, but the good thing is for us, like because we are locals here, we have different beach passes. That's why we couldn't go to the beach today because we forgot our beach pass. But because of that, with girl math, we are like going to the beach for free every time we go. So we do have a lot of very inexpensive date days. So I think having like one fancy date night this summer would be really fun. We can dress up, which we don't really have occasion to do very often. Let's do complete a puzzle. I really want to increase my hobbies off screen because I'm really bad about just like turning to YouTube or Pinterest or whatever when I need a little bit of a break. But so much of what I do is on screen, so I want my hobbies to be off of them. And not that everything needs to be productive, but I think it is a nice feeling to like start something like a puzzle and then finish it. And I love to listen to music, so I think just putting some music on while doing a puzzle would be really fun. I'm not very good at them though, so that's why I'm only putting one on for the whole summer because it might literally take me like a month and a half to complete a whole puzzle. Okay, now I'm turning to trusty Google to give me some more ideas because I feel like there's some major things I'm missing. Fly a kite. I don't think I'm gonna do that one, but that's kind of fun. Take a road trip. So we are gonna take a road trip up north. My sister is getting married very soon, in like 5 weeks, I think, as I'm filming this. And then my cousin is also getting married. They're both gonna get married in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but they're like 2 weeks apart. So we're gonna go up for my cousin's wedding and then come back down here and then go back up for my sister's. So that will be a road trip in the sense that we are driving far on a road, but we're not really going to stop anywhere. But a big goal of mine and my husband's is to pay off all of our non-mortgage debt so then we can get a Sprinter van that's either already converted or that we can convert so we can travel. Because since we do both have flexible jobs and we don't have any kids right now, it's such a good opportunity for us to travel, like do several weeks in New England or drive out west. There's so many states I've never been to. I've pretty much been everywhere on the East Coast, but not really hardly anywhere in the middle of the country or on the West Coast. So that's a major motivation for me to pay off our debt. But anyway, yeah, when we do that, we will be taking many, many road trips. Visit a museum. Okay, that's pretty good. We also were just saying that there are a good amount of museums in Charleston. Of course, it's a very historical area, but we've never been to any of them. And I think that is a very good hot weather activity. It's like the opposite of the North. You save that kind of stuff for the winter. But here you want to do it when it's really hot. Oh, go to a drive-in movies on here. That's kind of perfect. Go fishing, not for me. Watch the sunrise. Ooh, that's good actually. Watch the sunrise at the beach. Attend a festival. Most of the festivals here are in the fall because it's hot. Attend an outdoor concert, another thing that I will be doing in the fall. Bonfire and s'mores. I think that would be really fun. We do have one of those like smokeless fire pits. So I think we will have to do a bonfire night. We're really fortunate that we have made a good group of friends from our young adult group at our church. It can be really hard to make friends when you're older. We're in our 30s and we don't go into a job here. So I don't really know how we would have made friends if we didn't have this young adult group, and we've met some of our friends' friends, so I feel like that's just how our circle will end up growing here. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's hard to make friends. I talked to this one girl who I just met last week, and she said that she met some friends like through Bumble, which I've never tried that. Like, thank God I never had to do online dating. I don't know that I would have been very good at that. So yeah, I don't know if Bumble BFF is for me, but let me know if you have tried it and if you have made any good friends doing that. Okay, so we've got 9. Let's do one more. Read a book. I think I got that one. You know what I will put on here though is go to the library, because I want to go to the library more. I want to go and do some work there because I don't really get out of the house that much, but I just never end up going. So if I have it on here to go, hopefully I can start forming the habit. Maybe I can go like once a week. So I'll add some nice like flowers or something, make this look a little bit cuter. But the bucket list is dance in the rain, Drew Barrymore energy, drive-in movie, bake one new dish, write 5 letters, fancy date night in Charleston, complete a puzzle, visit a museum, watch the sunrise at the beach, bonfire and s'mores night, and go to the library. I think that's like a good amount of stuff, but I do think it's pretty doable. So I'm excited about this. I always see other people do this in their videos and then I'm like, oh, I should do it, and then I never do. But it kind of all goes back to that, like, just because you're an adult doesn't mean that you shouldn't have fun, that you shouldn't make silly little bucket lists like this, because it just romanticizes your life, and I think that's a good thing. I added some little flowers and that's good enough for me. So I'm gonna put it in my office so I can see it often and remind myself of these things that I want to do this summer. But I would encourage you to be more childlike, have more fun in your day-to-day life, romanticize your life. I feel like there's always something tough going on in our lives, and we can choose to focus on the tough things, or we can choose to focus on the positives. Like even today, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're wasting time. You should be doing all this work. But I'm like, it can be done later. This is fine. This is a chill day. It's a cozy, rainy day. I'm so thankful that I was able to spend time with Ryan for most of the day, and we'll go and spend time with our friends tonight, have some faith and fellowship, and then I have a meeting later. So even though it's not like the most productive thing, I think I'm just gonna settle in and read for a while, because I just haven't allowed myself to sit down and have a cozy afternoon reading in a really long time. So I'm gonna settle in with my book, which I am really enjoying, and I will catch you guys later.
Thank you.